Hey team, welcome back to Dukes on Twitch. Back today with Green White Depths. This is the same list we played last night on stream, and pretty keen just to see how it goes if we throw it into another league before making any changes. I don't think one league is enough to see how we go. We went 4-1, which is pretty nice, going down to Bant. Hey Xao, can you please tell me if the music and my mic is okay? If the music is a little bit softer and my voice can be heard? I had to change my headphones around, so there's new settings on these which I didn't get to make the most of before the stream, but hopefully it's okay. Hopefully the music is quiet. Seems good. Hey Matt, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this did really well last night, so pretty keen just to throw it back in a league. Bant is one of those matchups where the value of Bant really shines. In the one we lost, we just got outvalued straight away. So many cards replace themselves. A lot of their removal is really solid, so yeah, pretty keen to not run into Bant. But yeah, got up against Bant, lost to Bant, got up against Mono Black Pox, Cloud Post, and Mono White Dreadnought, which is a pretty cool deck. It was like a D&T style deck with Aether Vial, and then it ran all the Torpor Orb creatures and Torpor Orb, and then played things like Phyrexian Dreadnought and I think World Eater, I think it's called, which was pretty sweet. Pretty cool deck. Alright, we are playing Legacy League with Green White Depths, play points. Nice. There we go. Hope you're all doing well. It's Friday here, Friday morning, which is really nice. And finally the sun is out, which is pretty good. It's been a week of just rain, so really nice. A nice morning stream, and then get out there and enjoy the sun. Should be pretty cool. And I have coffee in hand, so what's not to love? Also looking to move over the weekend, so I'll put away the green screen. So I've just removed my webcam for now. But hey, I'll be back. Some cool cards coming out of the new set. It's interesting that the new unset is going to be Legacy Legal. I'm going to assume that there are going to be some cards that might be a little bit powerful, but I'm going to hope that things work out okay. But it will be really interesting because obviously unset cards usually designed a little bit differently to regular set cards. So hitting an Eternal format like Legacy is going to call in some interesting situations. But yeah, Green White Depths has been sick. Just running the one Saga in this list with a main deck Needle and a sideboard. Soul Guide Lantern. I did want to find room for a Shadow Spear. I think Shadow Spear is pretty solid, especially against some of these decks that have Thopters either through Retrofitter Foundry or Sai. Getting through those can be pretty tough, and Shadow Spear obviously helps a ton there. But yeah. It was pretty hard to find a spot. And Retrofitter Foundry, again, I think it is a really good card with Saga, but I feel like in Green White Depths, a lot of the time I was trying to do something else. Instead of holding up the 2 mana for, Retrofitter Foundry, I was holding it up for Elvish Reclaimer, or just wanted to cast something at sorcery speed. Hey, Autonomy. I'll definitely go over the deck as well after this as well, so we'll see how that goes. Sadly, just a mulligan. This is definitely a deck where I want to be making my land drops, and the one lander without a green source is just a little bit rough, so pretty easy mulligan here. This is a bit better, and the nice part here is that we have Sylvan Library to really recoup the loss of going to 6. So I think I will keep this and just bottom 1 Wasteland, and then we go turn 1 Savannah into Green Suns for Dryad Arbor, and then even if we get Wastelanded once, we then have, turn 2 Library. So I'm going to keep this Wasteland to the bottom. And then we have Green Suns for ramp, and then Green Suns later on for something like Reclaimer. Volk Pass is really interesting and makes me want to actually just Wasteland and Upkeep. Wasteland and Upkeep it doesn't play around Stifle, but it means they have to Stifle on their turn at least. So I don't mind that. Also stops something like a Dash Ragavan, which is nice. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Oh, now I'm really happy because now a Dryad Arbor here can't be hit by Lightning Bolt, which is pretty nice. But Basic Island's interesting. I'm kind of thinking Sneak and Show, unfortunately, but we'll see how that goes. Saga, okay. Stage, okay. Looking pretty good. I think here I'm pretty happy just to play Stage and then play Library. I am still doing dono decks. Yeah, you can find a lot of that information either on the Green Sun Zenith under support or underneath my videos on YouTube. I have all the info there as well. Nice little attack in. And the next turn I might even just Green Suns for Night of Autumn to take out the Saga. Because I'm going to assume they have a Pithing Needle with the Saga. But you never know. Wasteland's pretty strong. Ooh, okay. Well, this is actually a really interesting decision because now my opponent can't really make the Saga token because they just want a Wasteland here, I assume. Huh. So I'm just going to pass, which is kind of time walk them in a way. And at least if they do use Saga here to find Needle, we do have Green Suns for Night of Autumn to take care of it. The question is, do I want to do anything here? I could actually copy the Saga. That's pretty interesting. And then go on that route of trying to get there. I actually don't mind that. This also means if they get Needle, they have to name Urza's Saga. Unless they want to Wasteland this and then name Stage with Pithing Needle. Which then hits the other copies of Thespian Stage. They get Foundry, sure. I could have been a little bit more aggressive with the Library there as well, but keeping both steps in the deck I really want to have. I don't think Sorcery Speed Step is that great. Plains. Sure. Really want to find a Yavimaya here. That would be really nice. Crop's pretty good as well, let's be honest. Especially with Flagstones. The question is, when do I do it? I think I just pass here with Crop up. Hey Jack, you might even be seeing me in Melbourne in 2022. Who knows? Melbourne's definitely on the consideration. Just for a year or two. yeah, I think now's a pretty good time. I've got a lot off my chest, I guess. Don't really have any strings here, so yeah, I'd love to live in Melbourne for a few years. There's a lot of good job opportunities down there as well, which is nice. Flagstone's really nice here, because it really takes away the 2-for-1 effect if they have like a Force of Will. I also get the shuffle effect to get those steps away, which is really nice. Spell Pierce. Okay, did not expect Spell Pierce. That's really interesting. I guess it does slow down the combo. Still pretty happy here to go and get stage. Yeah. I guess drawing Needle would be pretty sweet. Interesting. I could see myself potentially crop away a Savannah for Yavimaya, and then Green Suns for Sylvan Safekeeper. That's pretty interesting. Buys a bit of time as well. Could also take them off the Saga with a Wasteland. A few options here. I'm probably going to... I really don't know. I think Richmond area, but that's just because I've been to Richmond before. I think I'll have like a good talk with a few friends that are down there. If you have any suggestions, that'd be cool. I think it is going to be Safekeeper. So let's go to 11. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to go to 11. Play a land. I actually don't even need to use the 1 life. I can just sack the fetch land, which is kind of nice. And now it's a case of getting Yavimaya. I think it is. I think Yav's just a little bit better. Actually, I'm going to tap like this. Hey Nathan, hope you're doing well. Alright. This is looking okay. I do get Douglas a lot, so that's more than fine. Sure. Probably should have played around Wasteland. I think I will if they ponder or brainstorm here. I think I'll just make the token in response. Because we have seen one Wasteland already. Hey Dave, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I definitely think that there's a consideration for getting out of Autumn there. But the only reason I went with this line is that it allows me to still have the combo this turn. Interesting. Oh, this is actually really good for us, because I think what they're trying to do here is get in 1 damage, by, if we make the token, we block one, and then they sack it to make a flyer, which means we can then untap Green Suns for Night of Autumn, take out the flyer, and then swing in for lethal. So I think that's going to be the play. And we have Safekeeper, so I'm not too scared of anything. This puts me in a position where I can actually take care of the flyer before combat in main phase 1, whereas I wouldn't have had that ability otherwise. So maybe a little bit greedy here. Maybe my opponent knows something that I don't, but this will be interesting. I do like the shuffle effect, but we also have Green Suns to shuffle, but I guess in case Green Suns doesn't resolve, I should keep the Windswept Heath. Another Spell Pierce would be pretty good as well for my opponent. That is going to be fine. Still get to attack with both creatures here, which is nice. Allosaurus Shepherd's definitely one that I'd like to consider as a one-of. It kind of plays the role of Sylvan Safekeeper in some regard. It protects your spells on the stack. Another retro. Okay. Opponent really digging here as well, which is kind of nice for us. We don't have Collector Oof in the main deck. It is in the sideboard, so our only outs to these are one Night of Autumn. Alright, I do want to fetch here. We know there's 2 lands on top. Pretty happy just for a Savannah. Saga's actually quite nice here. One, 3, 6 mana. Nice. I think it's greedy to attack with the Sylvan Safekeeper here, but I don't think they can do anything. Because they have to use the mana to block here. I don't think there's a way they can create blockers that allow the Sylvan Safekeeper to trade. Oh, they could have sacked it and made a 4/4, right? But they didn't. Interesting. Interesting. Expressive iterations there. Okay. Definitely feel like we're in a really nice position. They're definitely dead to Saga getting Spear, but we're not running Spear. Unfortunately. Yeah, I think they just felt like they might have just been in a bit of a rut, so... Pretty nice. What did we see? We saw a lot of artifacts and enchantments. So I think it's definitely worth bringing in the Force of Vigors. Choke's definitely interesting as well. A lot of cards that I like. I definitely like these. The Forces. prismatic endings. Some number of these cards. I can see the Bog coming out. We only saw the Expressive Iteration. We didn't, and the Volk. So I am going to assume they actually might have some DRCs and stuff, which luckily the Blast Zone has been performing really well against. Yeah, I was definitely getting Standstill vibes, which is very interesting. Kind of feel like Endurance is kind of nice here as well. Yeah, I wonder if they are playing Murktide. I think the Moxes can go. Don't want to double up too much here. I could see something like this, just keeping the one library. Double Endurance. A lot of ways to deal with their artifacts and enchantments, which is nice. And then potentially a Step. I think that's fair. Especially if their way to kind of combat Merit Lage is just trying to block it with flyers that are colorless. I think Blast Zone's really strong. Especially against things like a lot of their 1-mana creatures, Retrofitter Foundry. But I didn't see too much, so I guess we'll see how this one goes. And if there is a game 3, we'll hopefully have some more time to see. This is a really nice hand. Really nice hand with a really nice curve as well. Ah, Crop Rotation. Dave, nice one. Yeah, I think Crop is a card that I could have easily taken out. Pretty happy to lead on the Windswept Heath here, just to play around Wasteland a little bit, and also hold up Swords to Plowshares. They had a basic island and a basic plains, correct. Yes. Interesting. It was a plains, but it does look like a swamp. A lot of those new plains, a lot of those new basics kind of look a little bit rough, so. Pretty funny though. Flooded Strand. Sure, okay. Pretty happy just to hold up Swords to Plowshares around days. I could potentially Wasteland here as well. I don't mind that, but I do want to keep the Wasteland most likely for a Saga. We kind of have the choke for the Tundra, so it's kind of a waste of a Wasteland in a way. Just want to be a little bit patient here. Okay, that's a good Wasteland target. Don't really want to draw my plane, so I'm going to fetch here. Okay. Hey Blind, thanks for the follow. Let me know where you're from. If you play Legacy, what you play in Legacy. Hey Fex, thanks for the follow. Same to you. Let me know where you're from. Oh, Iteration's gonna be fine. Would it be greedy to let them have Saga for a turn so you could potentially copy it with Stage? No, I don't think... I don't think it's that greedy, especially since we have multiple answers to, yeah, some of their things. But... tough. Oh, you're from Brazil? Nice. Brazil's got a good Eternal scene. Big fan of them. I don't want to run this choke into Spell Pierce, but it's obviously tempting. Kind of like the thought of Stage Pass. Which allows me to hold up Swords Plowshares around days. I could play the Oof out, but maybe that's okay. I feel a Swords Plowshares, but at least if they're swordsing the Oof, that's fine. Just getting them down on a little bit of a... Getting something on the field is what I want to be doing. No swords. Okay. Play Jund Hogak and Golgari Depths. Nice. Very cool. It's a good question. I haven't seen many Golgari Depths lists online recently, so not too sure if they do play it. The question is, am I happy to run this into like a flash creature? I think I am. Like maybe Containment Priest? Like a Staticaster could block. I think here it's just Savannah Pass. The next time we can actually play the choke around Spell Pierce, which is kind of cool. Simply reanimate some demons. Nice. That's a lot of islands. You don't use Saga in your deck? Yeah, cool. I feel like Golgari's pretty quick as well, so... Saga's kind of nice because it gives it a bit of a plan B. That's fine. Oh, I'd love to see them use like a prismatic ending here, but they won't. Nice. I still don't want to play the choke out. But I do like Pith Needle on Foundry here, just to have a little bit more than just the Collector Oof, which could be hit by a Prismatic Ending, Swords Plowshares, a Lightning Bolt. Definitely a few things. But it's more so bait. If I can bait like a Force of Will, I'd be pretty happy. Still gonna hold the choke. I reckon we can get them. I reckon we get all four. Will they try to wasteland a stage here? They shouldn't, because there is a little trick we can do with the basic, which I did see Dave talk about in chat. Alright, so here's Prismatic Ending. Sure. Interesting. I'm going to kind of force the Wasteland here. Okay. Oh, crop. Well, that's pretty nice. Hardcaster Force, yeah. I could definitely see that. Could potentially copy the Wasteland as well, yeah. I like that. Dress Down. Sure. Could potentially swords this now to stop them from having the flyer. It's definitely pretty interesting. I don't mind that. But then they actually have access to... Yeah, no, that's actually fine. I'd actually love to see them like put all their mana into create a 1/1, untap it, and then do it again. So Blast Zone. That's pretty nice to get through the Retrofitter Foundry. Can I Blast Zone and then see if they'll try to create a token? Like untap and then do it again? I think I could. I would love to see them pump all their mana here. They don't. Interesting. Ah, of course the oof is now online. Yeah, that was kind of a throwaway choke. I didn't even, yeah. 100%. Do I want to save this? I could potentially save it with crop, but I don't think I'm in that position. I also don't want to crop here and give my opponent a way to wasteland me in response so I don't have the mana to stage. Come on, Hardcast Force. Tap those islands. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is fine. I don't mind Wasteland on Tundra here, but I guess we'll see what we draw first. Wasteland. Oof. Okay. Then I think you're actually like Wasteland on Tundra. I'm gonna float white, sure. Come on. Second force. Okay. Well, we tried. I can take them off. No, I can't take them off white here. So close. So close. Alright. I'm also down 4 minutes, so I do have to keep up with that. This is fine. Don't think I've ever resolved a choke in like 9 months. Nice. Sure. pretty good. I also unfortunately can't just 6 here because of the wastelands. Yeah, getting choked down is a really nice feeling. Mentor. Yikes. This is fine. Yeah, I'll definitely copy one of the lands. The Nymph Thespian stage was just interesting because currently it does nothing. And then at least if they wasteland here, they don't. Swords is pretty nice. One, two, three. Probably could have used the swords and then just save the prismatic ending, but it's okay. These monks, though, can close out the game pretty quickly. They could also take us off these two, which I could see them doing. I don't think they really care about us wastelanding in response and two-funding themselves. But maybe they're giving crop rotation some credit. Okay. Knight's pretty nice. Prismatic ending. Oh, EE for 3. Okay. Just gonna hold that. I think this is winnable. I mean, Dark Depths nearly does it. Yav does not. But I think if it gets down to 6 minutes and I don't really have a plan, I think I'll concede for game 3. I guess the one downside of not playing a land there is that now I can't hardcast the Force of Vigor and also hold up Saga, or hold up stage, but hopefully that's okay. Oh, we could try to copy Saga. Yeah, maybe that was actually correct. The double Wasteland definitely makes it a little less likely, but definitely thought of it. Hey, TN Silver. Surely now's a great time to hit these 2 lands and take me off one half of the combo, essentially. Yeah. Ooh. Or float mana. Alright. I think we just get back Wasteland here and start trying to Wasteland them out a bit. Yeah, cutting bog seems pretty nice. This is fine. We still have the blast zone in the bin. Another ending. In response, I'll just crack this blast zone. I don't want to crop just yet because I'm not too sure what I want to crop for. I just want to draw either piece and then hopefully get there. One more draw. I'll give it one more draw. Okay. Well, now we have Knight with step back up, which is kind of nice. I'm going to keep it back for now, actually. Because I really want that Dark Depths. The question is, do they have Needle? I guess if they do, they have to name Urza Saga. Actually, the Needle's gone, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, I guess they could get like a Soul Guide Lantern here and make the knights really small. But at least we can do some shenanigans with the fetches. Retrofitter, okay. No attacks. Nothing? Okay. I'm not sweating. I'm not sweating. Hey Rain, welcome. They just killed their own constructs? Interesting. Maybe just to... I guess we now can't save anything, so we might as well 6 here. Dreadnought's okay. They're playing more Dreadnoughts. This is fine. Land, 2 cards left. What have you got? Wow. 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 This is fine. Well, I can just swords in response here. No. Because then they might have Swords to Plowshares as one of the last cards. They would have done it in their turn, but still. Wow! Yes! Haha! Blitzer! So good. The sweat. The sweat. And to think I was going to concede. Come on now. Come on, chat. Oof. Very nice. Nice way to start. Nice little top deck. You gotta love the top decks. Oof. I wasn't scared. You guys were scared, right? To be fair, I think I saw a lot of mistakes there. I think I could have used probably Saga a little bit more. Hey D Pizzle, thanks for the Prime sub. A huge thank you. Too kind. Too kind. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, played some Maverick yesterday morning, which is pretty cool. But it's hard not to just play Green White Depths. So much fun. Yeah, I think if you're going to play against Retrofitter, there were a lot of times there where I really wish I had Shadow Spear. It's just a really nice way to get over those 1/1 tokens, especially for Sai as well. It can be really tough to get through them. I guess the old school builds with like Giver of Runes would have been pretty sweet as well. Tower of the Magistrate. Yeah, I like Tower of the Magistrate because there's also a nice answer to Kalitas. No, it's not Kalitas. It's Kuldra. Kuldra Complete. Very cool tech. Really want to go see June as well in cinemas today. Can we stop talking about ways to kill Kuldra? There's not many. There are not many. Alright. 5 Plague Engineers. I guess if you're playing like Phantasmal Images. This hand's sweet. Pretty happy to keep this. Mix all land drops. Flag with forest and crop is really nice. Just gonna go forest pass. Actually, no, I think I'll go, depending on what they do, I think I'll just go forest green suns. Island, yeah. Forest green suns. I don't think against an island deck I need to hold up crop for like Bog or Caracas, so pretty happy. Guess I could go Savannah. Yeah. I think we're not really scared of like a wasteland, so. And then just 6. Double Island. Interesting. Definitely getting like Sneak and Show vibes. Which we sadly can't do too much about. Could be High Tide, yeah. Have seen a little bit of High Tide on Twitter. I haven't seen, I'm not too sure what to do against High Tide, to be fair. Like, we have Deafening Silences, Chokes, that's really it, I guess. Yeah, Preordain definitely makes me think this is more of a combo deck, so I think your call on High Tide is a really good one. So if I end step crop away Flagstones, we then untap with Thespian Stage 2 mana and 2 mana, which then means we can Recruiter the following turn, which is nice. It's like a hard cast. Okay, Predict. Nothing I can really Green Suns for here that makes a good enough play, so just gonna go Forest Pass and just hold up the combo. Which is nice. 2 mana to grab Dark Depths and then 2 mana to copy. Ugh. Yep. Yikes. Preordain. 2 cards at the bottom. Okay, well that's good for us. Another high tide, jeez. Cool to see High Tide. Haven't played against High Tide in a long time. Sure. Could potentially rotate for Bog, but then it means that we can't combo off on our turn. I think we just have to, like, I don't think they will fizzle with the amount of mana they have in cards in hand, but I think our best chance is just holding up the combo to see if we can somehow get that small percentage, but I think it is very, very unlikely. Endurance. Yeah, endurance would be pretty sweet. Cards on top. It does look like it'll get forced, unfortunately, but it's fine. Hey, thanks, Deanne. Too kind. Too kind. Hitting F2. Yeah. There should be a land that gives hexproof, let's be honest. They got me. Alright. Swords out, that's pretty easy. Endurance is in, Choke's in, Deafening Silence in. Blast Zone out, Caracas out. Needle probably out, let's be honest. That's probably it. I actually want to quickly see High Tide. I actually have no idea if it plays any, like, permanents. Like Candelabra, is that a thing to be wary of? I assume not. Yeah. I think this is okay. Yeah, it could potentially board and dress down, that's true. But I think I can't really attack dress down in a great way because it has flash and it ETB effects straight away. This is probably just a mulligan. It's kind of a 2-lander with Green Suns for Dryad Arbor. Okay. Guess we can Mox Pitch Step Reclaimer. Not great. I'm gonna go to 5 and try to find a Deafening Silence. Okay. No green source though, which is tough. But I think this is hopefully, it's a tough one. I can't go to 4. Could have definitely brought it out Wastelands as well. Kept in Fluster. Interesting. Oof. Yikes. There is a world where I wasteland myself here just to get a green source. But I think I'll wait one more turn. Maybe the first hand was okay. It's always tough. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Yikes. Look, you live and learn. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Yeah, especially the mana base. Also, I assume it runs extra forces? Does it run Force Negation? It runs a Pact. I guess with Cunning Wish as well, that's also just an instant speed Pact if you really need it. Is High Tide on the reserve list? No, it's not, because it was that comic book reprint. But I feel like one of the, like, Time Spiral perhaps is. Yeah. Wow, it's expensive. Yeah, I did not expect it to be so expensive, but it makes sense. Yes. I love this. So it's obviously a pretty expensive card, and the only comment on here is yikes. That was definitely my first impression as well. Yeah, my only other thought was like mono blue sneak, but as you said, High Tide's pretty good right now, so I think I should have expected High Tide more. Yeah, I wonder if High Tide is a deck where... I think Deafening Silence is really good. The Curse of Silence, the new one where you can name a card and make it cost more to cast, I think they can play around that pretty easily. But yeah, combo definitely a weakness for green white decks. And green white dabs, of course. But any green white deck is usually going to be a little bit too slow for most combo decks. Alright, let's get back. Hey, Dryad. Yeah, let's go for another 4-1. Would be really cool to get another 4-1. Mr. Nell. Just one of those one-landers that I just, you know, we do have the Green Suns, but really going to be hitting my land drops. This is a bit better, but with the Dryad Arbor it's a little bit tough, but I don't mind this dropping the Dryad Arbor. Ramming up to get back the Windswept Heath, which is kind of nice. Interaction in Swords. Opponent having a good think. So keep this and bottom the Dryad Arbor. Opponent goes to 6. Sure. Perhaps Pox? Inquisition's an interesting one. Maybe like a Dead Guy Ale kind of deck. Could be Depths. That's pretty nice. Yes, please. Yes, please. I think here I actually just want to... I was going to say crop for basics. Then they take the Knight, but then we have 3 mana with Stage. I think having my mana is just really strong. I could actually get flagstones. I think getting flagstones here is fine, instead of getting plains. Also means if we draw into like Elvish Reclaimer, it works out pretty well. Nice. Now I could Green Suns, or I could just play Stage and copy Forest. I don't mind that. This also means if they like play a creature, then we could Swords and then Green Suns for Elvish Reclaimer in the same turn without having to worry about that Wasteland, which is nice. Bog's gonna be okay. Yeah, Shrieking Affliction. Another Stage. Huh. I wonder if I just go for Knight of Autumn here. Or Knight of the Reliquary. Pretty far off. Yeah, I'm just going to stay true to me and just go for Knight, because it does give me access to the combo. They have 2 cards left. Tough though with the Wasteland. We'll need to dodge that a little bit over a few turns. Interesting, they go for it right now. Maybe they have another Wasteland. Okay. 1 card left. Yeah, I think the really nice role of the Knight as well is that it does allow us to play around Edicts a little bit. Crop's pretty good here. I think we just pass. Crop allows us to hold up Wasteland into like a Caracas or a... Because we have access to 1/2 mana, 3 with the Knight, which is 1 for Crop and then 2 for Stage anyway, so... My only thing is Sudden Edict. That's probably the only card that I'm trying to play around. But I'm going to assume they're playing Liliana's Triumph, not Sudden Edict, but it's obviously close. We've also seen one Wasteland, so I'm pretty happy to play around the extra Wastelands. I guess it's tough, because like if they play Wasteland and pass in their end step, if we crop, they could Wasteland in response. And we only have access to 2 mana, but nothing to copy. What happens if I trade the Forest for a Yavimaya? We have 3 mana, or 2 mana plus Stage. And then we sack the Flagstones, get a land, get Dark Depths. We then have access to 2 mana as well. So that's pretty nice. I think we'll just see what happens. If they cash in the Spellbomb here, we're looking pretty good. Ghost Quarter. Okay. Wow, they're going to go after it right now. That's really interesting. What have they got? Please cash in the Spellbomb. Nice. I really don't know what they could have, other than like land Ensnaring Bridge in the main deck, perhaps. I think that's the only thing. Black doesn't really have bounce. They've already played a land, so they can't play Caracas. Maybe like a Black Flyer, but I don't think they do that. I definitely wouldn't expect Bridge, but I've definitely seen it before. Just a nice way to really kind of slow down any opponent with creatures. Nice. Pox. Pox, Pox, Pox. I think I just like the endings. That's probably it. And honestly, probably going down on the Moxes is a nice start. The only nice start of a Mox is the Sylvan Libraries, but the card disadvantage against Pox really adds up. So I could potentially just see it like an Endurance as just like a flash creature. You like Vigors? Actually, yeah, seeing, yeah. I do like Vigors as well. I think the Bog I can potentially take out. Maybe even the Caracas. I think the Caracas can come out here. Yeah, didn't see too many creatures. I do want to make sure that I have something for Bob other than Prismatic Ending. And also, is it Dalth Voidwalker? The 2 black sort of ley line that gets to do stuff. They probably have Saga, yeah. Yeah, I think the card disadvantage of Mox Diamond is just a little bit too much against Pox. Interesting though. We do have Thespian staged copy black sources for that, which is nice. This is a interesting hand. It doesn't have any white sources, which is pretty rough. So I probably am going to mulligan this. Okay, pretty happy with this and bottoming the step. Stage. Cool. Pretty happy just to Savannah into Dryad Arbor here. Flagstones, Yavimaya. Okay. Not the worst. Stage. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I like playing the second creature in case of Liliana of the Veil. Means we can kill it. But something like Liliana Last Hope would be pretty brutal. And now we can hold up Crop or Swords. I think if they him again, I'm pretty happy to crop away the stage for a Saga. Nice. They could just make it I think I think this is a really good plan from them. And then probably throwing away. It's a little bit rough because they do have the Wasteland, so maybe the crop was actually a little bit premature. I actually think Waste on Waste isn't too bad. That way if we draw Saga, we could just protect it. Yeah, nice. Okay, there's our black source. Could potentially have kept the Dryad up to keep attacking the Lily, but I think this is okay. Not the land I wanted, but probably the land I deserve. Oh, it actually taps for mana because of the Urborg. We can make it with a token. So good. So good. Interesting. Thank you, Erborg. Crop. Okay. Well, I can't crop for stage. I think here we just make... Yeah, obviously make another. And then we can get Needle named Liliana and then just try to race them. Factory's fine because we have crop for Wasteland. Oof. So we can become a 2/2, then make a 3/3. Can't get another artifact into play, so I might as well. It's actually pretty tough. Is there a world where I can Green Suns for Elvish Reclaimer and still get there? I could trade the construct. Actually, I'm pretty happy to trade a construct for the land, and then Green Suns for Elvish Reclaimer. Because then we're still attacking for 3 anyway. There is a world where I don't want to and just put him to 10. Yeah, I think I actually want to crop here. Just to keep the pressure going. Because there's probably a world where I lose to like a second of Shrieking Affliction here if I didn't get that damage in. Him's fine. Take the 3. Oof. You're at 3. A second Shrieking would have me anyway? Yeah, it probably would. Opponent having a good think. They have something. Smallpox. Okay. This is fine. Safekeeper. Very nice. Hey, Vegeta. Hope you're well. Nice. Alright, I'm in the bathroom. I'll be back in a second. We're currently 2-1. Hey, thanks, Dave. All the best. Enjoy your week ahead. Big fan. Haha, no mess, thankfully. Just, yeah, green screen is away. And I think the webcam is here somewhere. There you go. Little dukes. But it'll be back. Cool to see Pox. Pretty interesting to play against a mono blue deck and a mono black deck in a league. Hey, one. Thank you very much. A huge thank you. I do have some new content coming to YouTube soon, which everyone can find here. Because I've done a few streams this week. D&T, Absent Maverick, Green White Depths, and now another Green White Depths. So, yeah, all of those will be up. Hopefully over the next week. Space them out a little bit. And then also have my Eternal weekend stuff to go through. So looking pretty good from a content perspective. Yeah, it could be D&T up next, mono white. All right. Vinny. Oh, and they're currently 4-0. This is a pretty sweet hand. I'll keep this. Is this going to be like... Okay. Probably pretty happy just to Wasteland Dryad Arbor here. And then Green Suns for my own Dryad Arbor. Because that's how it's done. That's how it's done. I think next turn is just going to be Saga into Night. Abundant Growth? Glimpse of Nature. Oh, this is Elves? Wow, okay. Interesting. Well, then I am very happy to, yeah, play out the Saga and then probably go for Blast Zone down the line. Really interesting glimpse. And to be fair, now we're playing against the mono green deck, which is hilarious. So High Tide's mono blue, Pox was mono black, and now playing against what looks to be Elves. It's a mono green deck. Bog. Bog is fine. Bog's pretty slow as well. Oh my gosh. They do get to save something here with Wirewood, but... I think the Caracas I can just pitch here. No, actually I have to drop something. So this is actually an interesting turn. I could just make the 20/20. Maybe the play was actually to play Yavimaya last turn, so I could play Dark Depths next turn, and then just hold up Blast Zone or the combo. I think the Blast Zone 2-for-1 is just too good here. And then I can get Needle next turn for something. So I can play the Depths actually, and then have 3 mana up for Blast Zone. But the only... Yeah, maybe that is just the best way. Maybe it... is it too greedy though? Is it too greedy? I assume if they natural order, they natural order into Hoof, and then with the trigger on the stack, we can just blow the board. I think it is play Dark Depths and just make them have... They only have 2 cards left, so... Yeah. Knight does not require mana to activate, which is really nice. Probably one of the biggest differences between Reclaimer being 2 mana and Knight being no mana. The other big one being that Knight's lands don't come in tapped, which is pretty sweet. Unfortunately, this version isn't playing the black splash, so we don't have access to Plague Engineer on the board. But we do have 2 endings, a Path, and Tabernacle, which is still pretty strong. We can still, yeah, we still have a 3 mana for Blast Zone, which is nice. Interesting, they're using this now. Dryad Arbor, sure. Sure. So just to be clear, if they natural order here pitching the Dryad Arbor, we can wait for them to get Crater Hoof and then with the trigger on the stack, I believe. I believe it works like that. It's not lethal if we block with Lage. That's very true as well. Yeah. Guess we'll see what they get. It's actually not lethal anyway, because it's only 19. Which is pretty nice for us. This is still fine. Sure. Nice. Whew. Whew. Okay. Bajuka Bog out. Caracas out. Prismatics and Parts in. Tabernacle in. That's probably it. I don't mind Safekeeper, but they probably only have Trophy, so I probably don't need the Safekeeper. And probably the Knight of Autumn. I think that's pretty good. Elves always an interesting one. I would say that Green White Depths has a pretty good matchup against Elves. Elves can be pretty quick, but I feel like Depths really puts pressure on them to make sure they have a quick start, or else the 2020 in the air is just too good. Tab also a little bit soft to Cradle, but we do obviously have Wastelands and way to deal with Cradle, which is nice, and find his Wastelands, so that's pretty cool as well. Definitely an interesting hand. Turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 Flagstones and Reclaimer into Tabernacle, perhaps. We also have the Wasteland. I don't mind this. I think it's just a solid hand, which is nice. It doesn't have actual removal in Swords or Prismatic Ending, but I think having the tab is really nice, especially with the Wasteland as well. Is there any reason why we don't run Exploration? I'm going to assume it's because the green-white version just isn't as explosive as something like the green-black or lands deck. You definitely could. I've definitely seen different builds without like Mox Diamond and then running Exploration. Also the 0-3 Sloth I've seen in some builds that puts a land into play when it ETBs. Opponent goes to 4. Wow. I'm going to get Savannah here. Maybe I don't want the fetch. There is a world where I actually want to keep the fetch for the Sylvan Library, just in case there's like lands on top that I don't want to pay for. I'm going to see what they grab with the Reclaimer here. I'd love to see them get a Dryad Arbor, but I don't think they will. They'll probably get another Snow-Covered Basic, or a Bayou, okay. And then trade one of these away. Cool, so let's now go and get Cradle. Oh, sorry, Tabernacle. Where you at, Tab? Where you at? Oof. Oof. This Wasteland's gonna be really nice. Oh my gosh. Pretty happy just to pass here. I guess they could just do like natural. Oh no, they can't natural cradle here because they still need to pay for all these creatures. So they do lose one. Apologies, Vegeta. Some of these turns are just obviously quite nice. Well, they keep the Dryad Arbor. That's interesting. Wow, they're just going to fold. And there goes the 5-0. Apologies, Vinny. Apologies to do it this way to another creature-based deck, but Really happy to take that. I mean, Tabernacle is so strong there. Nice. That's a big reason why I like having a Tabernacle over Glacial Chasm in that sort of instance. Really nice hand, and really cool there as well to keep a hand that doesn't have, you know, Swords to Plowshares, Prismatic Endings, cards you really want against elves, and just keeping like a really strong hand that obviously has a bit of tutor ability with a lot of your cards. So getting the Tabernacle there turn 2 offer flagstones as well, really nice. You can build Green White Depths without Mox Diamond. There was a player who played in the Eternal Weekend, and you should be able to find the list because I believe they made top 8 with a list without Mox Diamond. I would say traditionally most lists do run it, but you can build it without. Yeah, which is very cool to see. Hey, Hyena, welcome. Yeah, nice to get the win over elves. Opponent a little bit unfortunate there, especially game 1. With, you know, playing that glimpse, hitting... Really just turning it in for 1 card, but... I think Depths is really solid right now. If you want to play like a fair green-white strategy, Depths is really nice. Especially if you're a Maverick player, I think green-white is a nice little sort of uptick in power right now. Yeah, I mean, Knight, Reclaimer, Crop Rotation, and then Green Sun's finding 2 of those threats as well is pretty nice. Bant Control. Ugh. That's gonna be tough. I am gonna keep this. I'm not gonna play out the Mox just yet, though. But I could potentially Mox away the Yavimaya, and then Green Suns for Dryad Arbor, and then have Ramen up next turn to get back the Yavimaya, which is pretty interesting. I would probably copy the top 8 list and go from there, because they obviously did some tuning for it, which worked out pretty well. I think I am just going to pass. There's a world where I want to play the Mox, but yeah, actually I am just going to go all in on this, on the mana plan. If I can get that Yavimaya back with Ramanap, I'll be very happy. No Swords to Plowshares end step was really nice. Green Post is interesting. They have their own Thespian stage, which can be tough, and they also have Pithy Needle's main deck, which can be tough against the other builds, but I think it's okay. Island into Ponder. Maybe this isn't Bant Control. Planes. Swords. Okay. Opponent thinking about forcing this? Pretty nice getting an Uro there. Knight's a fine draw. I'm actually going to fetch here for a basic. Just play around main deck back to basics. Interesting, end-step brainstorm. I'm definitely not playing around Terminus. I don't think Terminus is the card that I should be playing around here. Unless it is just like a blue white. No, they go straight to main. Jace is going to be fine. Sure. We did beat elves, which is nice. Wow. I think here we actually don't attack the Jace. And just knight into Safekeeper. See what the Poncha does. Chose to shuffle. Nice. I think for the green white versus post matchup, the starts with Needle are very different to the starts without Needle. Icewind Quaddle is probably a card here that's a bit annoying. Teferi's going to be okay. I wonder if they just try to bounce the Mox here. Interesting. Now they lose both their walkers. I actually like Windswept Heath more than Mox, especially with the Sylvan Safekeeper in play. It's also access to planes, which is cool. Attack Jace. Attack Teferi. Attack them, probably. Wow, that's huge. That's fine. Okay, so they're playing red in there. I think now over 2 turns we just put together the combo if possible. Prismatic Ending, pretty happy to save that. Just gonna get rid of Dryad Arbor because it's the land that's most vulnerable to removal. Nice. That's pretty perfect. No point attacking here, and Ice Fang just makes us have to use some things that I don't really want to use. Uro only puts him up to 19 as well. We're also up 3 minutes, which is nice. These games can go pretty long. Here's their graveyard. Uro is going to be fine. Nice. Such a good win. So good to get the first win over Bant. Really nice deck. I mean, like the Uros, the Ice Fangs, the Planeswalkers, the Prismatic Endings, the Swords Plowshares. Just a really uphill battle. Alright, Mox Diamond's out. Chokes in. I do like the Endurances. The Prismatic Endings are pretty nice as well. Force is always an interesting one for like back to basics. Soul Guide Lantern's actually quite nice as well. I don't mind going down on one Wasteland. And potentially Blast Zone as well. Just having a quick look again. I don't mind going down on like 2 Crops. And just bringing in 2 Endurances. Just playing like a real grindy game. That's pretty nice. Force is always interesting, but I think we can play around back to basics to some extent. Pretty nice hand. Pretty happy to keep this. We'll see what Ponder does. Chose to not shuffle. Okay. Alright. Let's ramp. I don't want to play out the Sylvan Savekeeper just yet. I think losing it to like a Swords or a Prismatic Ending early on is just not where I want to be. But now that I have the flagstones here, I'm happy to play it out. Especially with Ramen up to maybe get it back. Feels like a Swords to Plowshares. Nothing. Teferi here is interesting. They can bounce the Sylvan Library, but that's really it. Yeah, that's fine. They now lose the Teferi. Oof. Okay. I wonder if I bait with the Sylvan Library again. Probably do. Definitely attack the Teferi first. And then I actually don't mind the choke. I'd probably rather the Sylvan Library stick than the choke. So actually I'm just going to play the choke here. It also makes the most use of my mana, which is nice. Ur is fine. Caracas is more than fine. I kind of just want an endurance. I could also Sylvan Library then Bog. I don't mind that. I also want to Bog now, so I play around like land into hardcast Force. Go and get planes, plays around back to basics a little bit, and then see if this resolves. It does, wow. Bog you. I can actually attack here as well. They can't have a flyer. I guess they could have like Entainment Priest. That's probably a weak attack. I don't think I should have attacked there. This feels like a dress down. Sure. Bug you, mate. Okay. It's a pretty good turn from them. They have one card left. Oof, nice. I think the play is just Ramanap, get back Flagstones, and then crop it away for Caracas. I can get the attack in here. And then Caracas is now. But this is a pretty good spot. Next time we get to Endurance and Sylvan Library. I beg your pardon. Oh, we can bog them as well. Yeah, nice. We can sack it to Sylvan Safekeeper, then replay it with Excavator. Nice, Jide. There we go. That's why you're here. Okay. Maybe they saw the line. Swords is actually quite nice here. I still think I want to just play the flagstones and not bog them, because I don't really care about either of these cards. This kind of shows that we're definitely holding up endurance, but that's okay. I can also sack flagstones end step to get another Savannah out of the deck, which is nice, just to really kind of make sure those aren't real live draws. Opponent goes to 10. Wow. Sure. Ponder. Oof. Wow. Yeah, nice one, Dryad. With flagstones, we do have infinite shuffles for the library, which is cool as well. Oh, they didn't hit an extra source for... Uro, which is interesting. What did the Ponder do? The Ponder chose to shuffle. That's a fantastic sign. Oof. I think we just Green Suns for Night of Autumn. Could see like Containment Priest here. Oh, their own endurance. Yikes. Just gonna swords that. They didn't have the force for the swords, so I assume they don't have force here either. Yeah. Nice. Oof. I probably want to get rid of the flagstones here. Supreme Verdict's so good. But at least we get to endurance away the Uro, which is nice. Okay. Gonna copy the Caracas as well. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. What, but do we want to get rid of this? I think we do. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Tough one, though. But now they're really just going to start drawing a lot of cards. Yeah. Brutal. What do they do? I'll definitely take some time off them, but I definitely do not feel like we're going to win this game. Probably just going to run it back. Don't think there's anything I'd change. Yeah. Maybe the extra wasteland. Gotta cut one card. Could just be one swords. I don't mind that. I think we have enough answers to things like Uro, which is nice. Love to play first. Sadly, just not a keeper. The mana's just a little bit rough. Okay. Probably just bottoming the knight here. Interesting though. Maybe I could bottom the Reclaimer and just go turn on Dryad Arbor. Sure. Okay. pretty good. Gonna go for Safekeeper and start setting something up. Definitely feels like a Supreme Verdict coming. That felt like a shuffle. Chose to shuffle. Can't do much about that. I don't mind playing the step here, just to get an extra land in play as well. I don't think I need to play the Endurance now before they have 5 mana, but it's interesting. I haven't tested Scrib Ranger. It would be pretty cool. I know the list that made top 8 did play it. That wasn't playing Moxes. Jace is fine. Sadly, I think this is just going the way that Bant goes. Could definitely attempt taking my opponent off green here, but then we have the Yavimite anyway, so that doesn't do anything. Loam's pretty good. I think we just concede there, unfortunately. I think the value is just too high, especially with Jace on board, Sylvan Library. We don't have a great out. It really has to be that one card, which is Thespian Stage. Yeah. This does give us an out of like Swords to Plowshares. Yeah. Tough. Not too much we can do there. But yeah, deck seems sweet. I mean, going down to Bant and going down to High Tide are pretty regular losses for this deck, but otherwise I think it performed pretty well. Getting up against elves, Smallpox, and Delver? I think it was Jeskai something. But yeah, love the deck. Really fun. Don't really have a sideboard suited for Bant, and I should. Some sort of like Felidar Retreat I think is pretty sweet. Maybe a Planeswalker. Or something like Field of the Dead, but the deck doesn't usually get to that sort of hit, which is nice. But that's going to be me. I think John's streaming, so I might send you guys over there. I won't be back on this weekend because I am moving, but yeah, if you want to check me out, you can find me on YouTube. I do have a few things going up soon, which should be pretty cool. But yeah, hope you guys have a nice weekend.